Senator Bernie Sanders was interrupted during a recent rally in Amherst, Massachusetts. Now, this rally happened on Saturday. Now, he was interrupted by somebody wearing a Trump t-shirt, so of course we can assume that he's a Trump supporter. Now, let's take a look at some of the video from this rally.
Today in America, today in America, the top. Here's a Trump supporter worried about Mr. Trump's money. Well, I say to Mr. Trump and his supporters that the billionaires of this country will not continue to own this nation.
Okay, so that was great. Bernie Sanders handled that expertly. And look, I loved that comeback. It was an amazing comeback because, look, Bernie Sanders and his supporters, they know that Donald Trump is really only interested in helping Donald Trump. I mean, for example, and I've covered this before in the show, Trump's tax plan would actually save his family $2 billion. Just his own. Not to mention the myriad of corporate tax cuts and other ways that his tax plan would benefit himself and not everyone else. And not only that, but his tax plan blows up the deficit. By how much? Well, according to an analysis by the right-leaning Tax Foundation, Trump's tax plan would cost as much as $12 trillion. Holy crap. And most of that, of course, is tax cuts. Tax cuts for corporations and for Donald Trump. People like Trump. Once again, as I said, it would benefit only super wealthy people. Not everybody else. I mean, yeah, it lowers taxes across the board. Those are some of the scraps that are thrown to the middle class and the poor. But, boy, would it devastate the budget. And poor people that rely on social programs. Slashed to the bone. So, yeah, that's what that would do. Now, the sheer brilliance, I think, of the Donald Trump campaign, and of course Republican politics in general, is getting normal people, normal, everyday, hardworking Americans to start acting stupid, to line up behind a billionaire like Trump and to get them to protect his money. That money ain't trickling down to you. No, that's going to stay in Trump's pockets, in his bank accounts. It's amazing how they can't figure this out. It's pretty simple. Cut taxes for rich people save money. And they can hoard more money. It's simple, okay? It's simple. And look, it's amazing that he can get people to do that at their own expense. Super amazing. But here, I think the best line that Bernie Sanders had to say during this rally was when he said this. I say to Mr. Trump and his supporters that the billionaires in this country will not continue to own this nation. This right here, this is why this man needs to be president. We live essentially in an oligarchy with a little bit of a veneer of a democracy. And this guy, he's the only one in this entire race that's pushing against that. And Hillary Clinton says some nice things, but she kind of embodies the corporatization of the Democratic Party. She is sort of the face of corporate America on the Democratic side. Now, Trump's not exactly the face of that, but he would do nothing, absolutely nothing, to stop the corporatization of America, because that often benefits him. And Trump owns, as you know, you ask him, he owns all sorts of successful businesses, He's a successful businessman. So, of course, you cut his corporate taxes, he's going to benefit greatly. So, he's not going to do anything about it. And, of course, all the other Republicans are wholly owned by Wall Street and corporate America. So, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to bite the hand that feeds them. So, look, Bernie Sanders, at the end of the day, Bernie Sanders is the only candidate who could actually help restore actual democracy to America. And that's why it's important. And really, at the end of the day, the only one who could actually, really make America great again.